Well, welcome back, guys, to the analysis desk, where hopefully we'll try to break something down. But I've got a feeling, Janko, that you've not got all too much to say about that one.
Not really, Dan. I mean, it's hard to break things down the way Mousesports broke. I mean, VP broke Mousesports. Close. Yeah, I was close with that one.
Yeah, close. Almost got there.
Almost got there.
So, guys, it was pretty much like map number 1 repeat.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like, imagine everything that I said in the Mirage breakdown, and everything that I said Mousesports should have done, they didn't do it. So, yeah, there's not much that I can really say about that. I mean, it was just another stomp. 16-8 was the scoreline. So, yeah, VP take it.
Yeah, it was straightforward. I noticed a lot of Mousesports being on their CT side were incredibly stingy with their grenades. I mean, you'd have 4 smokes raining over into the B site, just hanging on. We'll save the smoke for later. Maybe it's a fake. It just did not set themselves up for success.
So, Janko, it sounds like they didn't have a plan.
It is Mousesports on Cobble. No, I mean, the problem is you can't really expect them to do much on the CT side after losing Pistol, especially the map itself is T-sided. VP is extremely proficient on that map, so they're definitely going to rack up rounds, probably most likely win the half after winning Pistol. So then you have to have a strong T-side in order to be able to beat them, and that's just something that Mousesports simply doesn't have on this map. They struggle to, find the openings. They I think, take too long to get significant map control. At times they spend a lot of time in the round not really doing much, and that leaves them with limited amount of time when they actually go into an execute. At that point, the smallest thing going wrong, they don't have enough time to react to it. They maybe run out of time before they can plant the bomb, or they just get surprised by some of the moves that the CTs go for. So definitely a lot of work for them on this map. It's not one of their strongest maps, so that's understandable. But yeah, for me the bigger problem is in situations like this, like the Pistol round, where they have where they have the side for themselves. 2v3 they can set up properly, and everything just seems to be falling apart because of small individual mistakes. CS is a game where you have a lot of split-second decisions you have to make, and it seems that Mousesports really is struggling at making the correct ones in those high-pressure situations.
And just like Dallas said as well, it does appear like, because if you contrast their Dust 2 game with their Cobblestone, obviously Dust 2 is basically their best map, and you can see all the tactics are actually there. It's pretty spot on. They have all the flashes, all the smokes are very well drilled. They really know what they're doing, but I don't see any of that really on any of the other maps.
It's not just the tactics or like the more in-depth stuff. It's the fundamentals, the basics that on that Dust 2 game they looked so good. They knew, like, we got a man advantage. Okay, at least 4 people group up. We pick a site, we pick where we want to go, and we go for it. We have a player on the lurk, gathering info or whatever, and that's the way it should be done. But on some of the other maps, okay, sometimes they struggle to get into that type of advantageous situation, but also in the fundamental things of how do you set up a default, the timings of it, the coordination, right? All of that is very important. It's hard to see from an outsider's perspective. You just think, oh, they got a kill, they lost a kill here, got a kill there. But there's a reason why things happen the way they do. It just seems that Mousesports is struggling at making a coordinated effort to do it properly without either losing a man or spending too much time or wasting too much utility, which sounds not that significant, but at this level of play, every little thing matters.
Yeah, I guess we're all on the same page there. It's kind of hard to actually really talk too much about VP's performance because, I mean, Mousesports won. I mean, it's a very good VP map, and they were just doing what they do. But is there any takeaways here as far as VP is concerned?
If anything, you can say that they actually have performed like they would on LAN in an online game. Right. I mean, this is what you would expect from VP against Mousesports on a LAN tournament, and they actually managed to deliver online, which has been their problem for a pretty long time.
Okay, so Jay, if Mousesports are in a situation right now, which we've described, systemic issues with their ability to have good fundamentals,
a dire situation.
How do they fix this? Is it a coach? Is it a player switch? At this point, what is it? Does Mousesports just need to implode and just everyone go their separate ways? What would you like to see?
Well, I think an implosion will be probably the last thing that anybody wants, because I mean there are fundamentals there that Mousesports do have. I feel that there are certain aspects that as a team they could really work towards improving. I think it's just a case of probably take it to boot camp and try and flesh those out and try and iron those out entirely. because right now it's just getting to them, and it's a case that they lost both maps and they lost them pretty spectacularly as well. So, that's pretty much what I think needs to happen.
Are you on board with that? Simple as a boot camp?
No.
I wouldn't say as simple as a boot camp. I just say that's probably the first step.
Right.
Identify what's wrong, and then from there decide what action needs to be taken.
Okay.
What I would say is, where you're saying they had success on Dust 2. Dust 2, though, lends itself to being a more puggy map. It's not nearly as... Cobblestone, for example, what we watched, is not nearly as forgiving as Dust 2. You mess something up in Dust 2, you might be able to get away with some trade frags. On a map like Cobblestone, you're trying to work a split B strat, and you lose your drop-down room players. Now you're in a one-dimensional attack. That can work on Dust 2 sometimes, but it is so hard to recover from situations like that on Cobblestone. So it's going to take... If they can do it on Dust 2, they need to hammer it down, put it on the anvil, and really clean it up what they can do for maps that are more complicated, like Cobble or Nuke, for example.
I personally think, actually, that Janko should coach them.
Not bad, not bad.
I think that's the solution.
And you thought Liquid offered a lot of money to their coach.
Yeah, how much is that? Are they actually looking for a coach actively? They must be, right?
They signed Zeus.
They signed Zeus?
Yes, Dan.
Boom.
That was in the news the other day.
Yeah. Well, I guess I was probably asleep, Janko. I spend most of my time asleep or drinking whiskey. That's what we've established at this point. Brilliant stuff.
ECS.
Or cast ECS.
Hopefully not under the influence.
That's the lifestyle. It's just all about timing. It's all about timing. But how are you guys enjoying the studio so far? Because I think that's more or less a wrap for that series.
Oh, this is a blast. I mean, this is a very comfortable atmosphere you guys have set up here. There's plenty of room to work with. Other lands that I've been at have been like, all right, you have a chair that you have to be in, and you have 6 inches to back up. That's all. You're kind of like bound into a spot. But we have all this room. We got worlds of room to be comfortable and do as we please.
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, like, it reminds me a lot, like, it's very familiar to me because obviously this is what I'm doing as a degree. So, like, it reminds me a lot of the university studios. Like, it just feels like really quite natural. But I mean, it's obviously taking it into the esports environment that just gives it that little edge that just makes me feel I'm at home.
Awesome. Well, I think it's time to go to a quick break.
Can't I say what I think about
all right, Janko. Well, you've been here for a week or so.
But you never asked me, Dan. What
do you think, Janko? What do you think?
About the new studio? Because last time I was here, we had just that big desk.
Yeah, that's
true. It felt
true.
like we were worlds apart, Dan.
That's true.
We're much closer now.
It was like an abyss between the analysts and the casters. Maybe that's how it should be, Janko. Maybe that's the future.
I think we could get some more comfortable chairs, perhaps.
Yeah. Would you like someone to bring you like coffees and stuff as well, or?
No, I can do that.
You can do that. Okay.
We actually have a pretty nice setup backstage. We have all the fruit, all the sodas and everything. But yeah, maybe the chairs. What else? That's it for now. The chairs.
Okay, we'll check back later to see.
Bring in some models.
whatever
satisfies Janko.
I can't sit like this, Dan.
That's true. That's true.
They do lounge.
This looks horrible. I can do it like this. Let's do the.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going to conform.
Analysis like this, then.
Casual analysis. I think that would be amazing, actually. Casual analysis.
Yeah, or a ball of whiskey, of course, in your chest. That would be ideal for you. And then you can
like
go straight
this theme.
to bed.
I like this theme. It's good. It's a good theme. Anyway, it's time to go to a quick break, guys. Obviously, we just played 2 maps, but we will be moving into North America. But we have first about an hour or so's time before all that action kicks off. So we're going to send you to the break with the latest Dan versus James, which is the Sumo Challenge. And
it's the best. Watch out for round 2, boys. Watch out for round 2. Dan goes for an interesting maneuver, to say the least.
It was not well calculated. Like most things I do, not well calculated. Anyway, and also we'll be showing you the latest map making video, which is all about lighting. So see you in an hour for North America.
This time